physical fence across South Africa?
Look, it's doable. And
how much do you, just on top of your head, how much do you think you can do that?
Well, obviously we are talking well over billions.
Can't be billions. It should be more than billions.
No, it is actually. And if estimated, I'm talking about 20
billion.
Yes.
So what kind of a physical area would you guys want?
Well, you know, if you listen to what the president is saying, he talks about building a wall.
Yeah.
Because that's a permanent solution to that problem. If you build a fence, I don't think it's even going to take an hour. They would destroy a statement that was issued out by the leader. He said, don't buy from white-owned shops. But look at where he stays. He stays in Sandton. He's wearing Louis Vuitton. He eats at Woolworths. Who owns those shops?
That's Julius Malema.
Yes. So you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you want to explain your stance on Palestine?
Well, at this point in time, you know, the president has made it clear.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Christian and he follows the Bible. And so
then I listened to him and I realized this guy is honest.
Mm-hmm.
He says it costs him around, and I asked my Zimbabwean brothers,
okay,
it cost him around 3,600 for a passport.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it cost them.
Mm-hmm.
And because they live in Beitbridge is inside Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
They come daily to come and work in Musina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the practicalities of that, but that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he said is, if they stamp him every day,
mm-hmm,
his passport will run out. I want you to understand this. It
No,
will run out. It means those 3,500 or 3,600 price will come more often for him.
Yes.
Because it's very expensive. But do you understand that even people who come in
mm-hmm,
with good intentions,
mm-hmm,
they end up being affected? Because I think
their country coming together
yeah,
to can serve a greater purpose.
Sure.
Hence, we don't specifically have an ideology that we are following.
Yes.
We give people service, and that's where we end it. Okay. So if like I'm saying, it was not even party politics. It was just a matter of applying the rule to say no foreigner is allowed to be a chairperson.
Okay. What rule says so?
It is the School Governing Act. It only talks about the parents. So if you do not even have a child at that school, what are you doing as a chairperson?
Yeah, but the guy has kids at the school.
Where?
At that school.
No.
Doesn't he have?
Mm-mm. Deputy President, he went and he actually spoke to the principal. When he went and spoke to the principal, he actually deployed me to go and investigate further. So when I went there, I went and I spoke to the principal. Luckily, we managed to convince them to remove the guy. So when we asked if the guy is the chairperson, they said yes. If the guy is foreign, yes, he's foreign. Can we see the documents to see if he's in this country illegally or legally? They don't have documents. So that simply means he was illegal in any case.
So absence of proof declares him illegal?
No. He didn't even have anything. He didn't even have a passport. Nothing. Because we wanted him, we gave him the opportunity to actually prove to us, to say, my brother, we are not saying hamba. My name is Thabiso Makwela, and I come from the Patriotic Alliance, and originally I'm from Alex.
Alex?
Yes.
Sure. Where in Alex?
I'm based in number 29 10th Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah. I am the grandson of Tshwane.
Okay.
He was the first MK commander under the leadership of Spiwe Nyanda.
Okay.
And he's the first man to actually look shy AK-47 in the soil of South Africa.
How many body counts does he have?
Yeah, I wouldn't be in a position to tell you that. But,
But he killed people.
yeah, no, he was fighting for the struggle.
It's not like Solomon Kalusha,
No.
Kalusha, who say Wabulala Mabunu.
No.
He didn't kill anyone.
No, he executed. Remember, their mission was to render the government of the day ungovernable.
Yeah.
So they targeted those police stations, power stations, just to bomb around.
Yeah.
To create that
From what political party was he?
The ANC, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was from the ANC.
Don't say obviously. They were not the only ones who. They don't own monopoly of the struggle.
Yeah, no, they don't, and you'll be surprised because I come from a very rich, political background. I don't know if you heard of Pinky Pulusi.
No.
Okay. Pinky Pulusi is actually one of my grandmothers.
Okay.
He was a PEC member.
Okay.
Pinky was, you can say, she was the negotiator for the revolutionary to can be able to move within the African continents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she used to, go ahead.
Yes.
And then she would obviously have relations with the people in that particular country, so that
she was a pathfinder. She was an envoy.
You can
smoothing
say that.
things in the
Yes.
African, and during the most difficult times.
During the most difficult times. So on both sides of the fence, my grandfather's side and my grandmother's side.
Yeah, you are born of strong lions of Africa.
Very, very strong.
Revolution runs through your veins.
It's like a calling for me.
And the obvious questions.
Yeah.
Why here? Why didn't you advance the emancipation of African people, the continuation of us being liberated? Why didn't you pursue that in parties that we know, AZAPO, PAC, ANC, and others who fell?
I would be honest with you. When you grow up in such a family, you are mostly protected from it. Okay. And when you are protected from it, the ones that are involved will do their best to try and shield things. When I will just see the good part when they come in having those goodies, and you don't even know these people, they are actually fighting for the country. You'll only see when those skit and the donkor come in through the doors and banging the doors and and they want your grandfather, and they're calling him by the name, and you asking yourself, what is happening here? So at that time I was very young, but even my aunts, they were involved, because I remember when SRC was started in Alex, there's a high school there, Barike Seko Secondary School. She was one of the first people that formed SRC, Lebo Paul Mashatile, during that time. So it's like deeply rooted.
Remind the viewers your name, you say name.
Yes.
How do you serve in PA in Tshwane?
Okay. Lebitso ke Thabiso Makwela, like I said, and go PA. I am the regional organizer at Tshwane, and this is the role that I have been deployed to do. Previously, I was working in the city of Joburg, but now I've been deployed to come to Tshwane, simply because we didn't have movement in Tshwane as such. So now I'm here, and I'm making things move in Tshwane.
Thank you very much. So this is a question that I ask everyone. On the list, in the provincial list, number ma?
Unfortunately, PA works different.
I know, and I honestly like it.
Me, I'm not on the list.
You're not on the list?
Yeah, I'm nominated, but I'm not on the list.
But there are people who are nominated?
Yes.
And who are on the list?
Yes.
Did you withdraw your candidature?
No, I haven't withdrawn.
You didn't withdraw?
Yes.
But you are happy to serve where you are?
I'm happy to serve where I am, and I'm ready to be deployed anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharp. So, for people who don't know the Patriotic Alliance, people who don't know it, like me, we know it from afar. We know Abahambe.
Yes.
We know that you guys don't buy Zani.
No, we don't buy Zani.
tell us, for us who see you, we think we know you, but we don't know you. What is the Patriotic Alliance?
Okay.
And what do you do?
Patriotic Alliance, it is a political party that was formed by two gentlemen that have a very long history. And the first one is Gayton McKenzie. The second one is Kenny Kunene. It was formed and registered in 2013. So it has been around for quite some time now. And the Patriotic Alliance simply believes in providing service to the people of the country. We don't necessarily have an ideology that we would like to follow. What we are here to do is to serve our people, whether they know of their rights or they do not know of their rights. They have the right to be served, and that's basically who we are.
I like the way you guys do things, because you guys are different. You don't have complicated manifesto and ideology. So meaning, if people tell you, South Africa is too hot, we want it cold, you guys will listen to the people and give them what they want.
We would tell them if it's doable or not.
Or not.
We actually have proof of such requests. Yes. As you know, the president was deployed to be a mayor in the Central Karoo.
Yes.
Where he managed to find, energy to provide electricity for the people. So yeah, it's not something that is beyond us. We can do it.
He went there as an example of what a leader can do.
Exactly.
So, do you want to explain your stance on Palestine?
Well, at this point in time, the president has made it clear. He is a Christian and he follows the Bible. And so am I. So anything that seeks to oppose Israel is an enemy to God.
Okay.
So that's the political stance and personal beliefs of most of us that are in the Patriotic Alliance.
Okay. If someone is not a Christian, do you welcome them to your?
We do.
Or you separate that?
No, we do. Remember, the name itself, it's self-explanatory. Because when you look at patriots are people that love their country. Yes. And when you look at the alliances, it simply means people that love their country coming together to can serve a greater purpose.
Sure.
Hence, we don't specifically have an ideology that we are following.
Yes.
We give people service, and that's where we end it. Okay. So if a person is a Muslim, they are more than welcome to come. I'll tell you a story that happened in Joburg.
Okay.
We had our Muslim brothers that support Palestine.
Yes.
We also have our brothers that support Israel.
Yes.
And it was, a mixture of the two. And the way it was dealt with, it showed maturity, it showed the understanding and the willingness to can listen to the other party.
Yes.
Because in most cases, people do not necessarily listen to each other when there's problems. And that's why we have conflict. But here, you are more than welcome to express yourself. Even if you believe in Shembe or ZCC, you're more than welcome to come and join us. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You took the stance in Palestine, Gaza versus Israel because mostly you are Christians. Let's talk about the borders.
Okay.
Do you honestly believe that you could erect a physical fence across South Africa?
Look, it's doable. And
how much do you, just on top of your head, how much do you think you can do that?
Well, obviously we are talking well over billions.
Can't be billions. It should be more than billions.
And now it is actually. And if estimated, I'm talking about 20
billion.
Yes.
So, what kind of a physical area would you guys want?
Well, if you listen to what the president is saying, he talks about building a wall.
Yeah.
Because that's a permanent solution to that problem. If you build a fence, I don't think it's even going to take an hour they would destroy it, damage it, create holes, and still come through. But when you build a wall, you are giving them a little bit of a challenge to can be able to think when they go up and when they come down. Because the problem is not about going up, it's actually about coming down.
Yeah.
So it's one thing that I wouldn't have the insight of.
Yes.
But what I do know is that the president is very much serious about this. And I was listening to his interview just 3 days ago when he was talking about it, and people were asking him that it's impossible, it's not going to be able to happen.
Oh, well, I'm also one of those who thinks it's impossible. Now, if it was possible, Donald Trump would have done it because he was as serious as Gayton is.
Yeah. So, and I would like to remind them of what happened in the Central Karoo.
Okay.
The man gave himself 100 days to can eradicate an 80-year-old problem of toilets in the Central Karoo, and he only did it in 100 days. He eradicated that bucket system toilet in the Central Karoo. He also donated his salary for the whole year. He was not getting paid. He actually donated it back to the people of the Central Karoo to can service their vehicles, because when he got there, cars of the metro, they were not working, ambulances were not working, and that money went back to the community to can be able to service those cars. He managed to create jobs for the people of the Central Karoo, and all in 100 days. As he has said. He said it before he went in, and he also said it before he went out. He never promised people the Dubai, but he gave people what they want. Today, as we speak, people are flushing toilets. They are not going to.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
I want to get back to the wall.
Yeah.
The reason I believe it will not be anything less than $1 trillion is because, the Great Wall of China took many years.
Correct.
I don't think it would have been done in a democracy. Well, maybe such other democracies are more united than ours.
Yes.
Because maybe people are a nation and they pull together. Whenever anyone takes office and take power, they just continue with whatever what the country wants.
Yes.
The reason I'm saying I don't think of it as $1 trillion is, let's just talk about for me, I would think it's cheaper.
Yeah.
For me, it's cheaper to just put policies.
Yeah.
To me, that's according to me. Just put policies and hire more people who are guarding these people. Make it difficult for people who come illegally and come to do illegal things. But let's talk about that as well.
Yeah.
I watched, that debate that McKenzie was on.
Yes.
And they went to Bait Bridge, and then if you remember.
No, you travel every day. You cannot stamp the passport every day while we are coming back.
How are you, sis? Good to say. Liribo. Okay. Iripi passport. Irapera.
Yes.
Ifedile. Okay, sis.
I failed to apply another.
All right. Uthi passport eZimbabwe imalini because liyakhala lithi ngeke, the reason aluyazi kuya South Africa is because imali passport iyadura. Imalini kanti passport?
Passport yenza 3,200 rands. Passport enye. So
3,200?
Yes, 3,000.
Only one passport?
Only one passport.
Hey, uyazi ukuthi passport imalini in South Africa?
Angazi.
Okay, it costs around 400, 500 somewhere there.
The passport.
Hey.
Ngisebenzisa ukuthola passport ngoba ngikothola khona imali ngapha eSouth Africa.
Remember that. So it's a clip of a guy that I stood there and I listened to him, and I realized this guy is honest. He says it costs him around, and I asked my Zimbabwean brothers, it cost him around 3,600 for a passport. That's what it cost them. And because they live in Bait Bridge is inside Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
They come daily to come and work in Musina. I don't know the practicalities of that, but that's what they do. And one of the things he said is, if they stamp him every day, his passport will run out I want you to understand this. It
No,
will run out. It means those 3,500 or 3,600 price will come more often for him.
Yes.
Because it's very expensive. But do you understand that even people who come in with good intentions, they end up being affected? Because I think our issues might go to policies.
Yes.
In policy, because it's less expensive to go to policy, and you are cutting a lot of things. Maybe you are employing more people to be who police these things,
Okay.
and you employ other avenues, you improve technologies to do than physically building a wall.
Yeah.
Because by the time we finish to physically build a wall around all South Africa, I mean, people will just swim across. You know how they get to Europe.
Yeah, no.
Yes, you know, if
They'll
you go
find
to
ways.
St. Lucia,
Yeah.
Mozambicans, Swatis, I mean, they'll just it's next to impossible. Rather, you know, people say I'm aggressive. I'm saying just annex Lesotho and Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
No, Lesotho and Swaziland. If I mean, it's easier for me as an African because I
Exactly.
love African people.
Yeah.
Just annex these things and get away, because people they know it's important for us as Africans to unite, but people they don't want to annex this thing so we can move. But this is your space for you guys to tell us what are the solutions there.
Yeah.
Because on this one of a physical barrier, I think it's impossible.
Yeah. Let me put it like this. Let me start with the physical wall itself. How long did it take engineers to build Mall of Africa? Do you have any idea?
No, indulge me.
That mall, according to the size of it, according to the complexity of the structure, according to manpower, and all the time that is needed to build that mall, it was supposed to take them more than 10 years to do it. But they built it within, 2 years? So people are underestimating the technology we have. And you can look at your Bowen properties, for an example. Those guys can build more than 300 units in 6 months. What makes it impossible for him to do it? And this is one thing that I think as ordinary South Africans, we tend to look down on, or we don't go to the extent of looking at it from that angle to say engineers right now are breaking records in terms of building structures. And I'm not talking about your cheap structures. I'm talking about proper buildings. So building a wall, a straight line, it's not going to be an issue.
Patriot, I think you think I'm saying it's impossible. I agree with you, it's possible.
Yeah.
But the hard work, let me tell you, for example, in a democracy, you can't do that.
Okay.
It's given. You need a dictator to do that.
Yeah.
Yes, a benevolent dictator will do that very easy. In a democracy,
Yeah.
the way we work,
Yeah.
that man will be sabotaged. He won't even have one plant to produce anything. Because
One thing that we are aware of.
yes,
One thing that
he
we
will
are
be
aware of.
sabotaged from day one until. So
Yeah.
in a democracy, you can't achieve those things.
Yeah, no.
You know, to raise a trillion just a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, SARS was collecting $1 trillion per year. And imagine all those collections, we ignore them and then we send them to the wall.
Yeah.
It's of course, they will break it down in many years. But all I'm saying is I want us to leave this debate of the wall
Okay.
by agreeing that it is possible, but not in this dispensation, because it will never happen.
Yeah, okay,
it will never happen. So why does Gayton hate Africans so much? I know he will say, I don't, but why does...
It's
according
not
to
a matter of hate so much.
Okay,
It's a matter of applying the rule.
okay.
Because when you look at the Constitution itself, it makes it clear. This is not even party politics. This is not even a position that a political party should take. It's a matter of the governing party applying the rule. So when you talk about Africa and you talk about Africans, we do have, the love for it. That's why we are clear. We are not saying any African that is in the country must go back. We are saying illegal ones. meaning that if you do not meet the requirement of the laws of the country in order for you to be here, you are a criminal. You are going against what the constitution of the country is saying. So, to answer you regarding the guy who's spending 3,000 rand, in the immigration law, it makes it easy, right? If you are someone seeking employment in this country, we have what we call a scarce skill list that the government has already outlined, which is, I think, of 2002, 2022, yes. So it clearly states that it is the responsibility of the employer to can prove to the labor department that they have went out and they have looked for a specific person and they didn't find. And once that happens, they are allowed to hire these people. So once you pay that amount of money for you to get a working visa within the country, you can work. But you must follow the line of march. You must follow the rules of the country. So whatever it is that you are applying for, it must be part of the scarce skill. If it's not there, then it simply means it's reserved for South Africans. So this is what I'm talking about. But when you look at what is happening now currently in South Africa, our brothers and sisters are not helping us. They are doing more harm than good. You know, when you look at some of the statistics in terms of the crimes that are unsolved within the police service, it's cases that they have evidence, like your fingerprints, DNA and everything, but they are untraced. They can't find these people. And that is a problem.
Because you are fighting an inevitable failure. Because, I mean, I'm battling to find the correct way there. The fight that you're fighting, you are not going to win. And I'll tell you why you are not going to win. You are not going to win because people would rather die than go home and suffer. You understand that part, right?
They've already said it.
Yes. So you're going to have blood on your hands because this is what people are pushing you to do. So they can come and discampaign you. That's what I'm saying. In a democracy, the things that you want are next to impossible.
No.
Because let me tell you, you are going to end up killing people.
Not necessarily.
I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
People are not going to move. And people are going to disobey you. You know, South Africans, very poor South Africans, who complain to you and complain to Dudula. By the way, congratulations on the outcome of the results they came on the by-elections.
It's clear. It's clear.
Yeah, sure. It's clear. You guys are flying high. So Dudula is only campaigning in 3 provinces, including Limpopo.
Yeah.
And they were beaten there in Limpopo. Not so bad. Not so bad. But it just shows you that the people who say abahambe, who are inside the ANC, and they know the problems, there's the solution. They know. You know, let me tell you, you guys are going to suffer the same thing that EFF suffers.
Yeah.
You are going to be seen as a lobby group that does something specific. So people, almost like you are side chicks of politics. People don't want you.
Yeah.
They only want you when there's trouble. So, for example, if there's a community somewhere that is battling against foreigners, they're going to call you.
Yes, Kisini is one of those.
Exactly. Because that's what the EFF has been rendered.
Yeah.
They make it as if it's a desk of people. Whenever someone does something, either it's racism, these people needs EFF.
Yeah.
And whenever they are happy, they will go and forget what the EFF has done. They will forget what you guys have done.
Yeah.
They will go and vote ANC. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Look at the numbers that ANC is pulling. It's pulling big numbers. You ask yourself, these people who are complaining every day about the ANC, they vote ANC.
Yeah.
And it's so surprising. And the reason I'm saying you guys are going to be rendered at desk is because they know how passionate you are against something.
Yeah.
And whenever they have problem, they're going to go to you. What is your stance and how are you going to avoid that?
You are forgetting something, my brother.
Remind me.
You said we are living in a democratic country.
Yes.
Right. And where we have the majority of the people being us. And by us, I mean black people.
Yes.
So the majority of us are asking for the rule of law to be applied. And there isn't any political party at this present moment that is willing to apply the rule to its fullest, meaning the good side and the bad side of it. So PA is not a organization that wants to be liked. It wants to do the right thing. And doing the right thing does not necessarily mean when it's only okay. Even when it's bad,
yes,
we are willing to do it. So I disagree with you when we are saying we are going to be side chicks of the organization, of the political parties. We are not.
Yes.
Because when you look at what the majority of South Africans are saying right now, they are saying close borders. Because we've got our own internal issues that we need to deal with.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Majority of South Africans say close borders.
Yes.
If you hold a referendum, people, a lot of South Africans would say close borders.
Yes.
The food that we are eating is enough for us, but people are coming outside and eat our food. They will agree with you, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But they will still not vote you. It's the same challenges that we had 10 years ago when Julius Malema tested the political disappointments. They will promise him and they will tell you everything. People are tired of the ANC.
Yeah.
But they are still going to vote ANC.
The ones that are voting for ANC right now, they are what I would like to call beneficiaries of corruption.
It's not true. And I'll tell you why it's not true. You will say in the same breath that ANC is benefiting few people, because it's true.
Yeah.
The people who are actually benefiting from
very few.
The wrong things of the ANC are very few.
Very few.
But you ask yourself for why all these people are you say they're benefiting. People are afraid of voting out ANC.
Correct.
Because if they replace ANC, they are honestly afraid that Patriotic Alliance might lose
grants,
tenders, grants and stuff. And you would think it's education. Sometimes it's not even education. It's so complex. People don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the EFF is the EFF, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it in front of you. Is the best political party in terms of organization, in terms of honoring its people.
Yeah.
They flip-flop because politics is about flip-flopping. But the EFF is the best political party. It has the best cadres. It has one of the best track record. But you know what it doesn't have? It has never led anything in government. And you know what people are saying? We don't trust them because of that. I'm telling you, it's one of the most lousy.
I agree.
There's nothing that you would say, you know, the EFF must just do this to win. EFF has done everything to win. And this is where I'm saying you are going there. You are going to get to a place that to win. You've done everything politically correct for you to win elections, but you're just not going to win it. You know, explain how are you going to do it?
You actually touched one of my most favorite topics.
Yes.
When I meet with the EFF guys, they always say that. But you would agree with me when I say there was a plan for the president to go to the Central Karoo. Currently now, we have the deputy president as the
premier candidate,
MMC of transport. One of the most difficult portfolio.
Yes.
He is not sitting in his office and waiting for calls. He's out on the street on daily basis. If you go to the city of Joburg right now, you will find the streets different, even in the townships, not only in the suburbs, in the townships where he comes from.
Yes.
So we understand what leadership is. We are not here to rule people. We are here to be the servants of the people. And I think that's what would separate us completely from any other political party.
Yes.
I would give it to EFF to say they have mastered to can manipulate the minds of people, but we are not in politics to manipulate people.
But how is the EFF manipulating people?
You know, with EFF, you will never pass 4, 5, 6 robots without seeing a poster.
Yes.
And that's very manipulative because it conditions you to see the red color. Automatically, when you go and look at the ballot paper, your eyes will tell you and your mind will tell you, look for the red color. nothing else.
You know,
So
the argument that you are putting, it's only a guy, a broke guy who doesn't work, who says, these chicks are looking for guys who are driving cars. Why don't you stand up, have money, and go and drive cars to attract these chicks? They're doing better politics. Yeah. I think you agree with me when I'm saying the EFF are the best political party in South Africa.
Not necessarily.
But it will just not reflect.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you
not
my
necessarily.
opinion. I don't think there's any political party that does better politics than the EFF.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, you're telling me why you disagree with me?
Yes, I'm telling you why I'm disagreeing with you. You are talking about a political party that was formed out of, people being angry and being
all parties.
Right?
There's no formation of any party
not
that
the
can come
Patriotic
from
Alliance.
anger.
Not the Patriotic Alliance. They are not angry. What happened was they were giving the ANC the money as business people because these people are billionaires. Remember?
Which ones?
Gayton and Kenny.
They're billionaires.
They are millionaires. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
They are millionaires. So yeah, they are millionaires. So it's not about money for them. They have been donating in their businesses. They have been serving the communities as individuals. They have belonged to so many, civic movements.
Yes.
Right. Now, when you take personal politics and make them politics of the nation, you are distorting the minds of people. You are making people to be dormant. And the reason why I'm saying so, you are making a problem that is not necessarily a problem for the country. Or else it's just a problem between the two individuals. 10 years later down the line, you yourself, as a leader, you go and you support the very same problem. You understand what I'm saying? So they might come across as if, like now recently, there was a statement that was issued out by the leader. He said, don't buy from white-owned shops. But look at where he stays. He stays in Sandton. He's wearing Louis Vuitton. He eats at Woolworths. Who owns those shops?
That's Julius Malema.
Yes. So you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you are not a critical
thinker, Malema is misleading his people. He live a flashy lifestyle.
My brother, I'm even worried because when we go to these universities and we check political parties that are represented there, EFF is number one. And that makes me worry. And I'll tell you why. The reason why people like Kanonguruma, Malcolm X, Steve Biko, you name them, there are many, are killed, is because of what he's saying right now, uniting Africa, right? How? He talks about having one passport that allows you to move freely. How is that uniting Africa? It's not. The reason why Gaddafi was killed, he was talking about uniting Africa economically, which is not what the EFF is saying. So
what's the difference?
I'll tell you the difference.
Yeah.
When you unite Africa economically, you are simply saying to the West, we don't need you. Because all the mineral resources and all other things that they need, such as food, they won't be able to get. Because remember, numbers don't lie, right? In order for you to feed the world, how many chickens, like for, let's say, let's use chicken as an example. You need to can produce so many chickens that, you will see chickens walking around everywhere. So you ask yourself that these European countries that do not even have farms, where are they getting their meat? You understand? So they need us to provide for them. So when you close the international trade with the relevant countries, like now, is it Senegal? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'll get back to it. Where that guy is busy doing wonderful things with the minerals of the country, yes. He managed to chase France out of it. That's what I'm talking about. If you start doing that, then you are a threat to the Europeans. That's why people like Gaddafi were not allowed to leave. He's talking about movement. He's not talking about international trade.
I won't defend them anymore. I've done it enough defending, of which I don't believe that's what he means.
Yeah.
But I've defended EFF enough. They're
Yeah.
not here, and in the party debate,
yeah,
they will come and defend when
They'll
when it
come and
goes-
defend themselves, yeah.
So, according to me, Penuel says he's going to vote for you,
Correct.
and he states his reasons
Yes.
why he's going to vote for you. So, I said, tell us what is so different about you ne? That people don't understand. I've asked someone, they say the only thing they know, ke yona abahambi, abahambi. What other things do you champion besides this?
We champion a lot of things, my brother. If you go on social media platforms and you look at what other patriots are doing out there, and these are people that use their hard-earned money to close potholes in areas where other ruling political parties are failing. You look at feeding schemes that we are dealing with. These are social ills of the townships that we are living in that should have been adopted, or should the ruling parties had a program of dealing with. But when they do have programs such as food parcels and stuff like that, the very same people that are organizing these programs end up stealing from the very same projects. And they have their own people that they are giving. So if you are not related to these people, or they don't know you in any way, or you don't even seem as if you are, participating in the activities of the ruling party, then you're not going to get a food parcel.
When did you join Patriotic Alliance?
2020.
2020.
Yes.
A lockdown.
Yeah, it was 2020 lockdown. The deputy president came looking for me.
Yes.
Because I was doing all kinds of things in Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah, Joburg was on
So
fire.
you were headhunted?
Yeah, I was headhunted. Joburg was on fire. If you still remember, during the times Zabo, Tutula movement, Tlantalax,
Yes.
and the likes.
Yeah.
I was part of what was happening
Okay.
in that era.
Okay, so Patriotic Alliance is seen as a colored movement.
Yeah.
And how well do you think it's going to do outside colored communities?
Not that good, not that well, because to be honest with you, it is only now that we start to, have a footing in black communities.
Yes.
The Patriotic Alliance is not a colored party.
Yes.
It's just that it's bringing something that is totally different to the table. It's bringing the colored agenda to the table.
Sure.
Because every ethnic group
Yes.
has its own representation. True. So for a very long time, colored communities didn't have a mouthpiece.
Do you think coloreds are marginalized in South Africa?
My brother, to be honest with you, coloreds are marginalized in many ways.
Do you think coloreds are previously disadvantaged group?
Yeah, they were. Because if you look at our history, there's a lot of omission that was made in terms of what the colored community did. And when you look at the first revolutionaries, such as Ashley Krill and the likes, they were participating in the freeing of the people of this country. And you look at when they were called to the table to say, but you are not black like those ones, come and join us and enjoy these benefits. It was the colored people who refused and said, no, if you leave those ones, then you rather leave us out. So by taking that decision as a race, they actually joined forces with us, and they locked themselves out of enjoying the privileges that they could have had during the apartheid times.
Why didn't the colored community refuse to participate in the tricameral parliament?
They refused actually because they were not part of it. They were not part of it.
So the tricameral parliament didn't consist of colored people?
No, it was only white.
And the Indians didn't participate?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
So both of them refused the tricameral parliament just to honor, just to show how united they were?
They wanted their black brothers and sisters to be part of that as well, because they understood very well where they come from. They understood very well what they were fighting for. Because if we go back down to history, your Europeans like your Dutch and English, British, they were not the first ones to come here. Portuguese was the first ones to come here. And when they came through, they claimed to have accidentally discovered the Cape of Good Hope, which is Cape Town right now, as a refreshment port for themselves when they were going to Ghana. So you understand that when they got there, they found the Khois there. They found the Bushmen there. They found Xhosas there. And they were handed, there were fights, or there were battles that we as South Africans do not know anything about. But if you go to different museums, you'll find what I'm talking about. The Portuguese were defeated by the very same people, by the very same Khoisans, by the same Bushmen, by the same Xhosa people. They were defeated by them. So the only thing that I can say to you, my brother, is to say, colored people have always been with us as black people. They have never separated themselves. Although the white apartheid regime tried their best to distance ourselves from them, they never lost that contact with us. It was only through separation and placement of areas where it looked like we were separated.
The reason I'm not taking this further is because I don't consider you colored. And I would have wanted someone who consider themselves colored, maybe to pursue, to keep answering.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
South Africa needs a tough leader.
Yes.
And for the things that I already told you many times, for the things that you guys want to do, I don't see you succeeding in a
5-year period.
Yeah, in a 5-year period. And who are the parties that, according to your party, who you guys you think you're going to talk with, you're going to collude with?
Listen, at this point in time, that is something that is, still being discussed by the National Executive Committee. But just to answer you, previously, when the same question was posed to the president and the deputy president, they were clear to say they will work with anyone that is willing to can improve and uplift the lives of the needy, meaning the disadvantaged people of this country, which is black, coloreds, and Indians, disabled people, and obviously women.
Okay, let's come back home.
Yeah.
Were you part of the delegation that went to the Atteridgeville school?
Yes.
What was the outcome, and where's the matter now?
Kisine was a very interesting one. In any case, the investigation was done, and after a very long time, and it was actually a very old, what can I say? The community has been complaining for more than 10 years about this whole issue of, things happening at Etskisini. And apparently there was a chairperson there. This person has been in power for like 3 years, and he is the one that was actually manipulating things there to make sure that children of the illegal immigrants get spaces in the school. 2, he's the one that I think managed to convince the principal to can apply for Shona as a medium of communication in the school. That simply means they had too many Shona kids there, so they wanted to apply so that they can teach it. 3, obviously the fact that he was an SBG member, the chairperson. So we had to go and deal with that. Not only that, there were incidents of bullying other SPG members as well. So there was a lot there. So when we went there, we invited the deputy president. He went and he actually spoke to the principal. When he went and spoke to the principal, he actually deployed me to go and investigate further. So when I went there, I went and I spoke to the principal. Luckily, we managed to convince them to remove the guy. So when we asked if the guy is the chairperson, they said yes. If the guy is foreign, yes, he's foreign. Can we see the documents to see if he's in this country illegally or legally? They don't have documents. So that simply means he was illegal in any case.
So absence of proof declares him illegal?
No. He didn't even have anything. He didn't even have a passport. Nothing. Because we wanted him, we gave him the opportunity to actually prove to us to say, my brother, we are not saying hamba. We are saying, if you can give us even a passport that says you are in this country legal, then we would leave this thing. But if you're not going to give it to us, then you are moving. We waited for like a week. The guy didn't pitch. We asked the principal. Principal told us that the guy didn't come. Then we had to take a decision.
So you guys removed...
the parents removed.
The parents removed the...
Yes. We just, like I'm saying, it was not even party politics. It was just a matter of applying the rule. To say, no foreigner is allowed to be a chairperson.
Okay. What rule says so?
It is the School Governing Act. It only talks about the parents. So if you do not even have a child at that school, what are you doing as a chairperson?
Yeah, but the guy has kids at the school.
Where?
At that school.
No.
Doesn't he have?
Mm-mm.
Then if he doesn't have kids there, but let's ask him. Can we ask him?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get hold of him and ask him.
Yeah, let's ask
if he has kids at the school, or if he has let me see, because I don't think he doesn't have kids. I think he has kids. He can't be in the SGB without having kids there.
Yeah, he can't.
Okay.
I think the election was held on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So we tied, like, it was, you can say, a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Yeah. For us to go there, because when they re-elected, then that's when he was actually moved from the school.
Okay, let's see if we have time to get hold of him.
Mr. Kenny, thank you for calling. We'll get back to you.
At the tone, record your message.
That's voicemail.
Yeah, that's voicemail.
Mr. Kenny, thank you for calling. We'll get back to you.
And it's very interesting that you should do that. Hey man, Eskisini just opened up a whole lot of can of worms.
What is happening there at the school?
My brother, when we were there, something very funny happened that made me think, We had to ask permission from some guys that said they are Sanko guys. Not even the school principal could allow us to go in.
You had to ask permission from the outside to come into the school?
Yeah. Luckily, we had the community leaders there. So if it wasn't the community leaders, we were not even going to go in because Sanko was blocking us from going in.
Hey, man.
And we had I think 3 meetings.
Yeah.
To the extent that they even called they called the district to can come there to address the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted this issue bana. Yeah. Because they confirmed, Rona, when we got the information, they said it's 60% of the kids.
Yes.
When we spoke to the principal, when the deputy president was there, they said 20%. So we were on 20% to can try and see, because now after we went there, a lot of information came out to say, they were selling the space, the 2,500
in the school.
In the school, and which is information that we didn't have, Rona. It's something that we saw on social media after we went there. Or how more and more people are actually coming out. So can all of those things happen
without the principal knowing?
No, they explained the process. Because when we were there, I think it was the second meeting.
Yes.
They said the process is actually divided in two. So the first one is for the grade ones.
Yeah.
Where parents are forced, are going to apply for these things online, for the spaces online.
Yes.
And that is what they do not have control of. So meaning that if the district decides ngwana o ya kwa, then ngwana o tlo ya kwa. Bona, they don't have any control of the online process. But that is for the grade ones. But for the grade 2 until 7, it's completely in their control.
Well, it's very disturbing.
Yeah, no,
so let's
very.
do this. Let's leave local. Let's go back to the province.
Yes.
Do you think Kenny Kunene stands a chance against Panyaza?
Yeah.
Can you project his percentage?
I won't be able to. But when you look at, I want to Joburg is highly contested. You look at the names of premier candidates. My brother, you can see that,
Tell me what you
This is
think.
cream de la cream.
What do you think Kenny will get?
It's going to be a very small margin, to be honest with
Between
you.
Kenny and who?
Between Kenny and Panyaza. Simply because of what he's doing. By the way, which is something that he stole.
You think Panyaza can be dislodged by Kenny?
He seems to let me just say he's already destroyed by Kenny because of what Kenny did.
Panyaza.
Remember,
Wait. I want you to repeat it.
He is
Kenny
destroyed.
Kunene has already destroyed Panyaza.
Destroyed. Yes, because what Panyaza is doing, he's remedying the situation. He's not dealing with the core of the problem. Unemployment is still high. It's still high. He didn't do anything. Kenny made it a point that he deals with issues that affects the people. Remember when he was an executive mayor acting for those 2 days, what he did? He went to those hijacked buildings.
Yes.
He took out people and he cleaned those hijacking buildings.
Yeah.
The whole of Joburg was complaining about him. Even Helen Suitsman had to stand up and protect the rights of these people.
Did he succeed? Did he complete?
They didn't allow him.
So what are you saying? So it means he didn't succeed.
No, I'm saying.
So you agree with me that working in a democracy is very difficult?
No. I'm saying to you, should he had been given enough time to continue, he would have followed through. Because those buildings that we see.
Panyaza doesn't work with if he had.
Yeah.
People didn't want him to hire Panyaza, but he hired them. He made it work.
Yes.
People do not want him to do this school registration system.
Yeah.
He went ahead with it, and now it's standardizing.
Look at how the caving of the streets was handled.
Tell me, how was it handled?
You can go there right now.
Tell me.
In a nick of time, just like that, it was fixed. Within a month, the street was already operational. People were moving around.
So Kenny Kunene opened the street within a month?
No. He fixed the street within the month after it collapsed.
Yeah.
And that was not the only street, because the TV showed you that one part that was worse. There were other parts. Even now, those parts are actually closed off just to make sure that everything is done correctly. But everything is fixed. People are traveling there. Everything is fine. And it didn't take 10 years for him to fix. He fixed it within a month after of it breaking down. So that's a man of action. He's not just talking. He works. Panyaza takes him, 20 years to fix a pothole?
Yeah.
How many times have we reported potholes? He came in. You can go to Deep Slot right now.
Yeah.
My brother, as you come in from the main entrance in Deep Slot, right next to the mall, there aren't pavements there.
There are no pavement?
I mean, there aren't potholes, sorry.
Okay.
He fixed them. After years, people have been complaining.
You go to London. To Dainfen?
Yeah. As you go to London Road, by 22 Avenue in Alex.
Are you talking about Alex or Deep Slot?
Deep Slot.
Okay.
I'm giving you the area where people have been complaining. Yes. By the mall, as you're coming in.
Yes.
There has been
on the east side of Deep Slot.
Yes.
Yes.
There has been
lots of potholes and unfinished road works.
Yes. And he went in, smoothed.
When about was that?
About 3 months back. 3 months back.
I passed there around, but anyway. Yeah. So back. Anything in closing? You've projected that if Kenny loses, it will be a small margin.
Yeah, no, not even losing. If Panyaza were to try, to catch up to Kenny, It will be a very small margin. Very, very, very small.
Okay, so in other words, I want to quote you.
Yes.
Because after elections, I'm going to use this clip.
Yeah.
You reckon Kenny, there's no way Kenny will lose to Panyaza in Gauteng?
There's no way. I don't see anything that would make him lose, because he has proven himself as a leader. He has proven himself as a community servant. He has proven himself as an activist fighting for the needs of the people. So I don't see why South Africans should be, blindsided by, these 2 minutes jobs that are going to be closed after elections.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much. Before, give me the projection for Patriotic Alliance nationally.
Nationally, we these things are still being discussed by the. So I'm afraid.
I just want to know what
afraid
do you
I
think?
might.
I think you get 30%. No. I don't want negotiations.
Yeah.
I want the work that you guys are doing on the ground, and you're looking at the political climate. How many? Let's not talk about the votes.
Yeah.
The percentage is easy for me.
Listen,
Of the national vote, do you think you're going to get?
But the TB, your analysts,
Sure.
they have given us 3%, 4%.
What do you say?
And obviously they were talking from one cluster, which is the colored area.
Yeah.
They don't know that in the black society we also have a buy-in.
What do you say?
So I would say 10. We are looking at 10.
10%?
Yeah.
Okay, that's national, 10%.
That's national.
And then Western Cape? Whipping air.
Yeah,
there.
Western
Ula
Cape.
Chela.
I don't even think other political parties stand a chance there. I don't even think so.
Yeah, but that's your stronghold. I just want to know.
Yeah,
the
no. It's hard to even say, because the last time
It's not hard. You're just afraid.
No, I don't want to say something to say. All I know, we're going to be.
It's a projection. You're not going to get arrested.
No. You have
We
no
just want
idea.
people to feel the confidence.
Yeah, there we are going to do very well, and it's even hard for me.
51%?
Not even 51.
What are you saying?
Yeah. I
Can you
can take
break
it all.
60?
I can take it all the way.
Can you break 60?
How many municipalities have you won that side? How many local elections have you won? Many.
I've seen you guys doing numbers there, but I just want to know.
There I can say above 50.
Above 50?
Yeah,
So
I will say
I'm
above
correct when I say 51.
I'll say above 50. Now I'm just playing it safe.
Thabiso, thank you very much.
Thank you,
maybe
my leader.
just say goodbye to your audience there.
Yes, no, thank you. Very nice being here as usual. We are available anytime when you want us. We will
And you'll
be
come
around.
for the debate.
Yeah, I'll definitely
three-party
come.
debate.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
ANC wants to come in, and if you say you are in,
I need them.
you need ANC.
Give me the best ones.
The ANC is the best. No, let's get it there.
I saw
Guys,
them.
thank you very much. It's already admitted. ANC is the best. Thank you.